The silver line is my favorite line of clothing. That's Theodora, my fashion consultant at this store. I really like her. Hi, Theodora.
Hi, Phoenix. Where have you been? We have all these new outfits that came in this week, and I was afraid you would miss them.
I guess I've been busy, but I'm here now. I need an outfit suitable for dancing.
Sure. Your lease agreement with us states that you can get any of our silver or bronze line of garments. Just follow me.
Wow, look at all these styles. I don't know what to try on first.
Here, why don't you try this? It will look great on your body.
Okay. Not bad.
Are you kidding? I think it looks great.
You really think so?
Sure. I would definitely take it if I were you.
All right, I'll trust your judgment. Thanks, Theodora. Finally, I have a dress that Sandra won't complain about. Sometimes she can be so critical about my clothing. The silver line is my favorite line of clothing. Those are the gold line of clothes. I can't afford them. Yet. The bronze line is okay. I don't really get them anymore, though. They're more for students. No way, Jose. Obviously, she is no Imelda Marcos. He looks like the store manager. Why is it that shoe salesmen always appear disappointed with their lives? Hi.
Yes, how can I help you, ma'am? Looking for a new pair?
No, a used pair. Duh.
Whatever. What size are you?
I wear 10.5.
Wow. Any relation to Bigfoot in North America?
Excuse me?
Nothing. It's just hard to find a woman who is truthful.
What are you talking about? People don't lie in our society.
They don't, with the exception of their shoe size. You see those cows over there?
You're so rude.
Just hear me out, okay? I'm not the rude one. They are. They claim that their feet are 2 sizes smaller than they really are.
They probably made a mistake. So what?
So what? Me, the poor shoe salesman, Al, has to squeeze their hooves into these tiny shoes. It's worse than Saxon torture.
What is Saxon torture?
The only thing that's worse than being a shoe salesman.
I guess you don't like your job much, do you?
Have you ever dealt with someone else's big, smelly feet and tried to squeeze them into tiny shoes?
No, I can't say that I have. But you really should do something about your attitude before you lose all your customers.
How can I change my attitude? They're all out there to torture me.
I don't need this. I'm going.
Whatever. Have it your way.
That jerk! How dare he talk to me like that? Oh no, I am not going to let him ruin my shopping. I came here to buy shoes, and I will. Hi, again.
Oh, it's the one with the big feet and the attitude.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. And this time, I'd appreciate if you keep your mouth shut. I just want to check out the shoes.
The stable is next door. Why don't you try them?
Very funny, Mr. Shoe Man. I think I'm going to report you to the Customer Complaints Department. What's the name of your company or guild?
Other customers tried to get rid of me before, but never succeeded. Don't you see? The company wants to torture me, too.
Yeah, right. What's the name of your company, mister?
It says right on that window, Miss Bigfoot.
It's called Gary's Shoes? That's it?
Yes, and we have only 2 branches. One here, and one at a lousy mall in Chicago.
Okay, Mr. Shoe Man. I will file a formal complaint to your company, and you will be punished according to your company rules.
I'm shaking in my shoes. You got me all nervous now.
We'll see how nervous you'll get when your company execs see my complaint.
Sure. Let's rock.
I bet her motto is, if it fits, buy. It looks like an electronic form. I bet I can use that to file my complaint. I have filed so many multiple-choice complaint forms in my life, but never came across such an accurate description of what actually happened. They must have added that option specifically for this jerk. I don't need to use that anymore.
Hey, Phoebe.
Hi, Sandra. Let me guess. You're calling about my clubbing outfit.
That's right. So what did you find?
I got a terrific dress, but no shoes yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get your ass to Gary's Shoes and buy a pair.
Understood, Chief. I'll be on my way soon.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Hi, Piper.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you so soon.
Did you think Mr. Bogdanov had a problem fitting in?
What do you mean? Fitting in the elevator?
No, you smart aleck. Socially fitting in the World Union. Remember, he was a recent immigrant?
In that case, yes. He stuck out like a sore thumb. And now, I know the reason.
Can you elaborate how he had a so-called fitting in problem?
He was just a total geek. Dull, unsophisticated, and furthermore, unattractive. In my book, 3 strikes and you're out.
Ooh, aren't we harsh today?
You asked the question, you wanted the answer, Ms. Wallace.
Do you think Mr. Bogdanov's business was going well?
Yeah, he seemed to be rolling in the dough.
What makes you say that?
Recently, Mr. B had a newly developed tendency to brag about the places he went.
Recently? When?
Can't be specific, but let's just say that during the last 2 months, he has become arrogant and suddenly very confident.
You also mentioned places he bragged about.
Yeah, he was always dropping names about the fancy restaurants where he dined, or the clubs where he hung out here in the pyramid, like the Stardust La Tita.
You think these were signs of a successful business?
Sure. How could the signs be any clearer?
Do you think Mr. Bogdanov was happy in the Union?
He appeared happy to me.
Can you be more specific, Ms. Piper?
Well, what I mean to say is that he smiled and he laughed, and he told his stupid jokes. So yes, he seemed happy, Ms. Phoenix.
Oh, that's right. Your first name is Piper, isn't it? Where did you get a name like Piper, anyhow?
You're the detective, Ms. Wallace. Your guess is as good as mine.
To your knowledge, was Mr. Bogdanov involved in any other business ventures?
He kept mentioning some art consultancy deal with some artist guy.
Do you know if this art consultancy was going well?
That's what he kept saying. His newly acquired status wasn't from the thing store sales, that's for sure.
How can you be so sure?
'Cause I am a sales clerk, and I know our sales curve has been very flat in the last quarter.
You don't sound convinced about this art consultancy deal.
What can I say? Mr. B didn't seem to have a background in art at all. He certainly wasn't the artsy-fartsy type.
So, let's hear your theory about his sudden wealth.
My theory? I think there was something fishy going on. I saw one of his foreign buddies bring in some stuff that we never displayed in the store. The boxes were taken straight up to his office.
What do you think was in those boxes?
Don't ask me. We weren't told anything about those boxes, and we were never welcomed in Mr. B's office in the upper level. Unless, of course, we were willing to...
Willing to what?
Never mind.
Tell me what you do know about those boxes.
I have no idea what was inside those boxes, but I overheard something about customers renting their contents.
And which customers are you referring to?
The ones he would take up to his office, and later he would tell us that he had just made some big art consultancy deal. Ha! My foot! He was lying through his teeth.
I think I have all I need from you. You've been a great help, Piper. Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye!
Finally, I was able to get some useful information from somebody at the thing store. I think it's time to report my findings to Chief Morrison. I have some important facts to discuss, Chief. Piper Darlington told me that Bogdanov's newly acquired wealth couldn't have been from thing store sales. She insists that the sales curve of the store had been flat in the last quarter. Moreover, Piper isn't convinced about Bogdanov's art consultancy business at all.
Is that right? So, does Miss Piper have a theory about Bogdanov's wealth?
As a matter of fact, she does. Piper claims that Bogdanov's art consultancy can be a cover for something else.
Such as?
Evidently, some of Bogdanov's foreign buddies had brought some merchandise to the store. This merchandise was never displayed. Apparently, these boxes were taken straight up to Bogdanov's office.
Does Piper know what was inside those boxes?
No, she doesn't. However, she overheard something about certain customers renting the contents of these boxes.
Which certain customers?
I don't know yet. Evidently, after taking these customers up to his office, Bogdanov would later tell everyone that he had just made a big art consultancy deal. However, Piper thinks he was lying about these deals.
Do you think he was lying?
Perhaps he was. I should visit the Thing Store's headquarters at the business district and check the store's rental figures.
Keep me posted on what you find out. I only have a little time. Continue.
Piper Darlington claims that Bogdanov had been consistently receiving visitors from Russia. He would have such a visitor once or twice a month. Apparently, Bogdanov always took the individual upstairs to his office and closed the door.
How does she know these people were Russian?
Piper claims that these visitors resembled Bogdanov in the way they talked and dressed. She also mentioned something about their penetrating stares. She felt as if they were undressing her with their eyes.
Penetrating stares, huh? That's an easy way of differentiating between a union man and a rogue stater.
Are you serious, Chief?
Do I look like I'm not? I wonder who these men were, and why they were visiting Bogdanov on a consistent basis.
I don't know yet, but I'll find out.
Maybe some of Bogdanov's buddies that Piper mentioned to you were actually Gambino crime family members.
Oh, come on, Chief. How could that be? Our border controls would definitely have caught them.
Are you sure? Don't forget about the Randy Hamilton School of Security. There are several documented cases of rogue staters who have outsmarted our border security professionals.
I suppose you have a point there, but I think it's very unlikely. Fabian claims that nobody knows Matahari's real name. What a weird choice for a stage name. Anyhow, apparently all the devotees at the club were enraptured by the sight of her. Quite hard to fathom.
Matahari was the stage name of a very famous exotic dancer in the early 20th century. She was actually a spy and was eventually executed. A strange choice for a stage name indeed.
Is that right? I wonder if this Matahari is a spy as well. I have nothing further to mention at this time. PA, add Thing Store chain headquarters at Adrianopolis Business District to my navigation map. Their slogans are so vivid and powerful. Fear not of chaos? Chaos is the most dangerous threat to our economic system. It just doesn't make sense. This has to be a malfunction of some sort. Things chain headquarters. Hi, I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Hello, Officer Wallace. My name is Rika. How can I help you today?
Hi, Rika. I need information regarding one of your franchises.
And which franchise are you referring to, Officer Wallace?
The Things store here at the Pyramid.
Okay, just one moment. Our Public Relations Officer, Mr. Richard A. Ackerman, will be pleased to speak with you.
Thank you. And how can I find Mr. Ackerman?
His office is on the 3rd floor. Please take the elevator up, and his office is on the 2nd door to your right.
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. Have a nice day, Officer Wallace.
Hello, Mr. Ackerman. I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Welcome, Officer Wallace. How can I help you today?
I'm investigating the murder of Mr. Vasily Bogdanov, and I have a few questions for you.
Sure. Anything to help. What a tragic incident.
Can you tell me about the things that were rented from your Adrianopolis store in the last 2 months?
Sure. But there isn't much to tell because we have no rental policies.
So, your franchises can never rent the things in their stores?
Never. We only have sales and leasing policies.
Are you sure?
Of course. It's all written in our company rules book.
Thank you. I'm sorry, but I have to leave now.
Sure. As you wish.
Thanks for all your help.
Anytime, Officer Wallace.
No rental policy at the Things store. Now, what might Mr. Bogdanov be renting out to these affluent customers? And why behind closed doors? It's closed. Hey, I got a delivery. My new dress is here. That's the standard delivery system. All my packages are delivered through it. I don't need to drag around anything that I purchase. Makes shopping a lot more fun. Kinda makes you lose track of what you buy, though. No deliveries for me today.
Hello, Officer Thorson. Do you have some time for me?
Yes, I do. Officer Wallace.
When did you last see Captain Perez?
I believe it was the 2nd week of March.
And is there anything in particular that you can remember about that last meeting with him?
Nothing in particular. It was just our normal sexual interlude.
Was your relationship purely based on sex?
Of course it was. Our code of conduct requires us to have relationships, purely based on physical needs.
How about your relationships with civilians?
Same rule applies. Actually, it's even stricter. We are not to discuss any business matters with civilians.
Can you discuss business matters with a military partner?
Yes, we can, provided both parties have enough clearance.
Did you discuss business with Captain Perez?
Sometimes we did, but we preferred to do that during meetings and save our personal time for mind-clearing activities.
Mind clearing? You did yoga or something?
More like Kama Sutra, I would say.
Oh, I see. How often did you meet, anyhow?
We met once or twice a week for a few hours.
However, before his death, you didn't meet for over 2 weeks.
That is correct. We didn't.
Was Captain Perez on duty during the last 2 weeks of March?
Not entirely. His duties were only for a few days at most.
Then, was there a specific reason why you didn't meet during that time?
There was no specific reason. Come to think of it, we may have just been busy.
Did he have any other sexual partners that he may have been seeing at that time?
I am sure he had other partners, but I didn't care, so I never asked about them. Our exchange was on a different level. It was intense and euphoric. I am certain he wouldn't have given me up for an inferior substitute.
So there's no specific reason that you and Captain Perez did not meet?
None worth mentioning. Officer Wallace, I have something to confess.
What is it?
During our last few intimate encounters, I noticed something strange about Antonio's behavior.
What was his behavior like?
Usually, our sex was very aggressive, but on these occasions, he was more aggressive than usual for no apparent reason. Then
what?
He was crying like a baby, following our climax.
Why would anyone cry at a moment like that?
I don't know. It sure perplexed me. We unfortunately never had time to talk about it.
I don't want to take much of your time today, First Lieutenant Thorson. Can we continue later?
Certainly. Officer Wallace. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hyper-emotional and aggressive behavior. You heard that one before somewhere else, didn't you, Phoenix?
Hey, Phoebe.
Hi, Sandra. Let me guess. You're calling about my clubbing outfit.
That's right. So what did you find?
I got a terrific dress, but no shoes yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get your ass to Gary's Shoes and buy a pair.
Understood, Chief. I'll be on my way soon.
Talk to you later.
Bye. That's our Marine Corps' motto. They are the core of the Union military forces.
Hello, Yanka. Do you have some time for me?
Yes, I do. Nice to see you again, Phoenix.
Did Dr. Spencer have any NGO duties?
Oh, yes. He was a very dedicated and conscientious citizen.
Which NGO was he affiliated with?
He was an active member of Amnesty International.
That's admirable. Do you know what his duties or responsibilities were?
I am not sure, Phoenix, but it must have been very important, because he would often travel to the rogue states.
Which ones?
Most recently, he went to Russia and China.
Did Dr. Spencer ever talk about his sexual partners?
No, he was too preoccupied to discuss such insignificant matters.
He thought sexual matters were insignificant?
Well, he had an active sex life, all right. It's just that he didn't disclose any information here in the office.
Then how do you know about Ivana?
Ivana was a long-time partner of Dr. Spencer, and they often appear together at university functions. We all know Ivana.
I got the impression from you that Dr. Spencer didn't care for such functions.
Actually, he hated those functions. So I would always call Ivana to get her to convince him to attend.
That's curious. I think I should meet this Ivana.
I doubt you can,
Why not?
because she took a long vacation following the incident and will not be back till the end of the month.
Was Dr. Spencer involved in any other businesses?
Not that I'm aware of. He was really too busy with his research to focus on another line of work. You know, history meant everything to him.
So he did nothing other than university work?
He occasionally joined conferences, but that would count as university work, right?
I suppose it would.
As a matter of fact, he was supposed to be the keynote speaker at a conference this weekend.
And where was this conference going to be held?
Here, in Adrianopolis, but it has been postponed to a later date, for obvious reasons.
I see. You've been very helpful with my investigation. Thank you, Yanka.
Sure thing, Phoenix.
Poor Dr. Spencer. He was going to be the star of a conference this weekend. But instead... Anyhow, I should check out the flyer for this conference. A poster about the Eastern bloodbath. Not like I want to remember any of that. It's useless. I can't go out in a uniform. It would be so politically incorrect. I can't go out in a uniform. No deliveries for me today. Darn. Hope she comes back soon. Gladys said... Oh, a new salesman. His name appears to be Habib. Hello. You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Just started today. How can I help you?
So, where's the other guy? Is he still working here?
No, they reassigned him to our branch in...
Chicago, North America?
Yes? How did you know?
Don't ask. Sounds like he's been banished to a hardship post, not reassigned.
You seem to have an interest in him. Did he sell you a lot of shoes?
Heck no. That man couldn't sell a pair of Sombertinis to Imelda Marcos. He did nothing but insult me every time I stopped by.
Ah, I know about that terrific reputation of Sombertini shoes, ma'am. But who is Miss Marcos? An actress?
No, she was the wife of some former leader. Apparently, she had a fixation for expensive shoes.
Oh, whatever. So, what can I fix you up with today?
I need a fancy shoe for burning a hole on the dance floor.
Oh, we don't carry that line of flame-throwing shoes. I don't think they have those in the Union, ma'am. But they are very popular in India.
I didn't mean that literally. I just need a comfortable pair of dancing shoes. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that there are shoes that throw flames in India?
Sure. Very popular among the young men. An excellent way of grabbing the attention of young women, you see.
What an awful way to get a woman's attention. Anyway, in plain English, I need some comfortable dancing shoes.
Of course, ma'am. Take a look at this pair.
They look comfy, and the color's perfect.
They are excellent shoes for clubbing, ma'am.
Well, I'm not much of a clubber, but I love the style. So I'll take them.
A very wise choice, ma'am. You're sure to be the queen of the dance floor.
Me? Queen of the dance floor? We'll see about that.
They are the latest fashion from Milan, ma'am. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. That'll be $375.
Whoa! That's not exactly in my price range, but... Oh, darn. I don't think your store is included in my clothing lease agreement, is it?
I don't know anything about your lease, ma'am, but I know that our store has never been part of a leasing package. You need to pay by credit.
Oh, I don't think I have enough credit left for these shoes, but I really want them. So I'll need to make an arrangement for extended credit. I'm size 10.5. Can you hold a pair for me?
10.5? Certainly, ma'am.
Well, time to visit the bank. PA, refresh my Allied Investors link in my navigation map. Darn, I hate banks. I don't need to use that anymore. $100 coalition dollars. You don't see these in circulation in the Union anymore, since we pay for everything through the PAs. Hard currency is only used when trading with the rogue states. I heard that there used to be pictures of great people on the dollar bills. I wonder who they were and what they did for the society. Good old HDI. What would we do without it? All these details about HDI and credibility. I'm just so glad that I have enough credibility to live in the Union. I should be able to make an appointment using this terminal. I need to enter my social security number here. That's Beatrice, my investment consultant. I really like her. She advises me about the little money I have. But the things she tells me sound like gibberish all the time. I'm not sure if it's a good idea for me to invest my funds based on suggestions from a person who has a lower HDI than me. Then again, with the amount of money I have in here, it really does not matter.
Hi, Beatrice.
Hi, Phoenix. How's business?
Things have been quite hectic this week. How about you?
Pretty good. I have the details of the new investment funds. Would you like me to go over them with you?
Oh, not again.
Phoenix, dear, these are important decisions. I already made some preparations for your account. I'll make it very quick.
Okay, if you promise it'll be quick.
Right. Now, as you know, we have three main types of investment funds. Types A, B, and C.
What do these A, B, and C represent again?
Type A funds are our best bets. These include investments for most stable companies, such as the Zap stores and the global peace and security network that you work for.
What are the returns like?
Well, of course, the returns for these companies are low, largely because they are very stable. Their credibility ratings are extremely high, and everybody wants to loan them money, since there is very little risk involved.
I'm curious about the figures.
For a Type A fund, a typical return would be around 1 to 1.5% annually. If they have losses, you may lose money, of course, but that is extremely unlikely. Our market researchers predict that the probability of making profits from a Type A fund is 99.8%.
How about types B and C?
Type B is comprised of ventures that are slightly risky, like the Southwest Escape food chain and the Thing Stores chain. Their returns are higher, around 6 to 8%.
I probably don't want to hear about type C, right?
Perhaps not. These are what we call risky ventures, usually brand new companies. Typically, the venture capital companies can risk investing in these after very careful evaluations.
I think I'll stick to type A. I have so little money. I wouldn't want to see it wasted on some junk bond.
Exactly. Wise choice, Phoenix. I'm going to roll over your account to the Type A investment funds.
Thank you. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye, Phoenix. Take care.
Same thing every time. I listen to her without understanding zip, and end up doing what she suggests. Anyhow, get on with your business, Phoenix. You have shopping to do. Their slogans are so vivid and powerful. What? How can the destroyer of all harmony be calculated? Nature is not chaotic, it's harmonious. Gladys said that
Hey, Phoebe.
Hi, Sandra. Let me guess. You're calling about my clubbing outfit.
That's right. So what did you find?
I got a terrific dress, but no shoes yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get your ass to Gary's Shoes and buy a pair.
Understood, Chief. I'll be on my way soon.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Hi, I'm back. Those shoes are still available, right?
Of course, ma'am. That would be $375.
Oh, damn. I didn't get enough credit.
Take your time, ma'am. I'll keep holding these shoes for you.
Thanks. I'll be back soon. His name is Habib, too. I don't think this is the Habib I talked with before. First Lieutenant Thorson is out of town. It's useless. He's a... I'm done with Beatrice. I really don't want to listen to her finance talk again. No, I don't need to open a new account. I don't want to look at my account details right now. There's basically nothing in it anyhow. I don't need to talk to an investment consultant right now. I should be able to get extended credit here for those shoes. How much were they again? I should use this credit ASAP, or else I might be in trouble. Let's do some shopping. I don't need to talk to an investment consultant right now. I'm done with Beatrice. I really don't want to listen to her finance talk again. Hi, I'm back. The shoes are still available, right?
Of course, ma'am. That would be $375.
PA, pay Gary's shoes, $375.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll ship them to your address immediately.
Thank you. I got the perfect dancing shoes. They cost a fortune, but hey, that's what credit's for.
Hello, dear.
Hi, Sandra.
Want to meet tonight?
Sure.
At the cafe? Round 8?
Alrighty.
See ya.
Bye.
It's closed. Hey, I got a delivery. My new shoes are here. No deliveries for me today. I know what to wear tonight. I need to get going, or else I'm going to be late for my meeting with Sandra.
Ooh la la, Phoenix. You look like you're ready to paint the town red.
Are you serious? Do you really like it?
Of course I do.
Are you sure I won't embarrass you?
Don't be silly. You look sensational.
Oh, I feel sympathy for the military personnel of the GPSN.
Why is that?
Their schedule is so demanding, and I thought my schedule was heavy.
So, you were at Station Delta 10 again?
That's right. And I learned from First Lieutenant Thorson that because of their demanding work schedule, she and Perez had only a few hours every other week to meet.
Imagine that. I sure hope they had other sexual partners to keep themselves satiated.
Well, I don't think that was the case for Thorson.
You mean to tell me that she was only getting her clock cleaned every 2 weeks?
I believe that was the situation. However, I got the impression that she was getting the full works, not just an average polish, if you know what I mean.
Been there, done that, and let me tell you, the full works is not all that it's cracked up to be, especially if it's only every other week.
Dr. Spencer's death is puzzling me, Sandra. It's not my case, but some things about it just don't add up.
What makes you say that?
Well, I got the feeling from his secretary that Dr. Spencer didn't care much about sex. However, everybody believes that he died while using an uncertified device that was supposed to enhance sexual stimulation or experience or something like that.
Oh, Phoenix. Spencer was a devotee. It's normal that he would put his work first. I don't think that necessarily means he didn't care about sex.
Maybe you're right. After all, everybody needs to get some.
That's right. We're humans, Phoenix. Our genes are programmed that way. We can't live without it, and we can never have enough of it.
Sandra, did you ever make someone burst into tears while doing it?
Oh, sure. They always cry when they beg for more.
I know that tone of voice. You're teasing me, right?
Of course I'm teasing, you dimwit. When was the last time you saw a Union man cry?
Well, it's been a while. But evidently, Captain Perez was crying like a baby following his orgasm.
He certainly was not. I mean, come on. The man was a military officer. He's supposed to make his enemies cry, not the other way around.
Not according to First Lieutenant Thorson. She claims that he did cry like a baby following their climax during their last sexual interlude.
Phoebe, I find that really hard to believe. I bet Thorson was pulling your leg and you fell for it.
Believe me, Sandra, Thorson is not the type to fool around. I'm sure she meant what she said. Shall we head to Carpe Diem then?
It's a bit early, but sure, why not?
I don't need to talk to him right now. This place is too loud for gossip. I can talk to her at Cafe Rosé tomorrow. This place is... Well, that's what I call a dance floor. A dance platform, to be exact. This place is too loud for gossip. I can talk to her at Cafe Rosé tomorrow. There he is, Mr. Sex Machine himself.
Hi, Pierre. How are you?
Well, I was great until I saw you.
What do you mean by that, Pierre? Am I really that bad?
Let's just say, you're scaring off my potential suitors. Can't you just leave?
Listen, lover boy. If only you'd replied to my messages, I wouldn't need to chase you down like this.
I am a free citizen, and I have a right to be selective about whom I reply to.
And I am conducting an official investigation. You need to understand that you are obligated to cooperate with me.
Whatever. What do you want?
What's your favorite HV show?
What's it to you?
Look, I'm just trying to be friendly, okay?
But I'm not interested in your friendship. Why don't you just beat it?
I only need a few minutes of your time to talk about a subject that you might find interesting.
All right, I give up, you persistent... Whatever.
Tell me, Pierre, what is an ideal monthly salary for someone in your line of work?
What is this? Some kind of employment survey?
Come on, Pierre. It's important.
I don't know why you're asking this. I have no idea what this has to do with your investigation.
Okay, I will rephrase my question. Is it typical to make a 6-figure monthly sum from art consulting?
6 figures? Sure. I know a few art consultants making that kind of money monthly. One lives in New York and the other 2 in London.
So nobody in Adrianopolis can make that kind of money from art consultancy?
No way, man. This town isn't that wealthy. It's just a small town with lots of amateurs. I'm out of here.
No, wait.
Au revoir.
Darn. I was just able to get him to talk, and he disappears into thin air. Oh well, I'm sure he'll be around. I know it's late, but I need to report my findings to Chief Morrison.
You better have a good reason for bringing me here this late. I only have a little time. Continue.
Pierre Deville claims that it's not possible to make a 6-figure monthly sum from art consulting in Adrianopolis. He told me that this town is way too small for big-money art consulting.
So, it doesn't seem very plausible that Bogdanov was making all that money from art consultancy.
Not at all, Chief. First Lieutenant Thorson told me that she and Captain Perez last met during the 2nd week of March. She described their last meeting as being purely sexual, as required by their code of conduct. Apparently, they never talked of business. They only engaged in mind-clearing activities.
What makes you think I want to hear all of this? Please keep the gossip to yourself or share it with your trendy friends that you meet at the pyramid. Why do I have to keep reminding you that we are dealing with a very serious investigation?
I'm terribly sorry, Chief. I guess I got sidetracked. Again. First Lieutenant Thorson admitted that during their last few encounters, Captain Perez exhibited a very aggressive behavior, and for no apparent reason. Then, he cried like a baby following their climax. I believe there is a resemblance here to Bogdanov's sudden mood changes.
Is there a scientifically proven link between the mood changes of Bogdanov and Perez?
No, Chief, there isn't. And since both of them are dead, I don't know if we can establish such a link.
Under these circumstances, these similarities are pure hearsay.
So far, they are. There is an uncanny similarity in the behavioral changes of Bogdanov and Captain Perez. This kind of politically incorrect behavior is very unusual in the Union, don't you think, Chief?
Yes, but don't forget, there is a strong chance that the similarity is purely coincidental.
How about the fact that Bogdanov and Perez died within a week of each other, and both died under mysterious circumstances? Is that also a coincidence, Chief?
In absence of any concrete proof, we need to regard them as coincidences.
Chief, I would like to have a questioning warrant for Pierre Deville, Bogdanov's business partner.
For Pierre Deville? Can you tell me why?
He is a very untrustworthy character, and I believe he has a tendency towards violence.
Is that right? And how did you figure that out?
His interest in firearms is a clear indication of a tendency towards violence to me. Besides, he claims that he is an explosive and deadly kind of guy.
I understand that his behavior was strange, But some men tend to focus on an old-style masculinity in order to make an influence on the opposite sex. I think he was making a pass at you.
He is truly creepy, Chief Morrison, and not politically correct at all.
Sometimes I am not politically correct either. Does it make me a criminal? Your request is denied.
I have nothing further to mention at this time. It's closed.
It's useless. He's avoiding me there. It's useless. He's avoiding me there. Gladys said that she'll call when Mr. Finally, she's back in town.
I don't need to go there anymore. Hello, Officer Thorson. Do you have some time for me?
Yes, I do. Officer Wallace.
So, is the Great Eastern Border secure?
Officer Wallace, you should know the answer for this.
Well, I know it is not possible to infiltrate our borders, but nobody really explained to us at the Peace Center how this was achieved.
Oh, so you are curious about the gadgets we use for border security?
Yes, that's it.
We used to have barbed wire and similar physical barriers to prevent illegal crossings, but those were very expensive to install and maintain. Plus, they did not provide enough security.
They didn't? How come?
Because people started digging tunnels underneath them. Then, the GPSN adopted the comprehensive approach for border security.
The comprehensive approach? What is that?
It is a defensive doctrine, stating that an infiltration may occur from the air, the sea, the underground, as well as from the surface of the land.
So, how do you control such infiltrations?
For land and air, we use heat-seeking and motion detectors. Moreover, we use a strong magnetic field to disable any unauthorized electronic devices. All of our own devices are immune to this field.
How about the underground?
We have seismic activity sensors, and these can detect any underground movement created by anything larger than a mole.
I'm totally impressed, Officer Thorson. I did not know so many instruments were involved in border security. None of this is even noticeable from the Peace Center building, which is right on the border.
Our doctrine states that all implementations should be transparent to the naked eye, so that countermeasures cannot be easily used.
Well, now I understand why it's not possible to sneak across our borders.
I can assure you, not even a sparrow can cross our border without us noticing it first. We were forced to implement all these electronic devices because the Great Eastern Border stretches over a very vast distance.
Just how long is this border?
Nearly 2,500 kilometers. It extends from the Black Sea to the Baltic Sea.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that long.
As you can see from the map over there, it is the only lengthy and vulnerable land border we have.
What about the borders at the Pacific Rim and Scandinavia?
At the Rim, we have a buffer zone to protect Hong Kong and its surroundings. In our Scandinavian region, there is a mountain range which creates a natural border with Russia.
Thank you for going into such detail.
You're welcome.
Officer Thorson, did you ever talk about your relationship with Captain Perez to anyone else?
No, but I was visited by a journalist from WXBG right after the accident.
A journalist? Did he ask anything specific about Captain Perez?
Yes, he did.
Such as?
He asked about Antonio's affection for me. I suppose he was thinking of creating a love story around the accident.
And how did you respond?
I just declined to make any comments at all. I didn't want our affair made public.
Then what did he do?
I don't know. I never saw any story about the accident in the news.
Can you tell me the name of the journalist that visited you?
Oh, let me try to remember. Yes, I believe his name was Brian Ainsworth from the WXBG News.
Ainsworth? Never heard of him.
I suppose he is one of the behind-the-scene investigative type journalists. He was pleasant enough.
So, did you tell this journalist about any of the intimate details of your relationship with Captain Perez?
Officer Wallace, of course not. And I certainly hope what I told you so far will only be used for your investigation.
You can trust me on that, officer. I will not disclose any information to unwarranted parties. First Lieutenant Thorson, you've been a great help to my investigation. Thanks so much. And goodbye.
Goodbye.
I should check out this journalist from WXBG News.
PA, add WXBG News of Adrianopolis to my navigation map.
It's closed. It's too early to go to bed. It's useless. Gladys said that she'll call when Mr.